She dropped out of high school at 17. She was working a side job in a cafe when her phone rang with life-changing news. And just a few years later, she's wearing the cape of one of DC's most iconic superheroes. This is the story of Milly Alcock, a girl from Sydney, Australia, who didn't wait for the world to notice her. She went out and made it impossible to ignore her. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we tell the real stories behind the world's biggest stars. The struggles, the sacrifices, and the moments that changed everything. Today, we're talking about one of the most exciting actresses of her generation, Milly Alcock. Amelia May Alcock, known to the world as Millie, was born on April 11, 2000 in Sydney, Australia. She grew up in Petersham, a quiet suburb of Sydney, alongside her two younger brothers. From a very young age, Millie was drawn to performance. It wasn't just a hobby, it was something deeper. She first stepped on stage playing Little Red Riding Hood in her school's version of Little Red Rocking Hood at Taverners Hill Infant School. And even then, something clicked. She went on to attend Stanmore Public School, and later earned a place at one of Australia's most prestigious performing arts schools, the Newtown High School of the Performing Arts. This wasn't just any school. It was the kind of place where serious young talent was shaped and developed. But Millie wouldn't finish there, because the industry came calling before she could even graduate. Long before the world knew her name, Millie was quietly building her career in Australian television. Her very first TV appearance came in 2014. She was just 14 years old, with a guest role in the Australian series Wonderland. Small role, easy to miss. But she showed up. Over the next few years, she appeared in commercials for major brands: Cadbury, KFC, Woolworths. She hosted segments on Disney Channel. She picked up guest roles wherever she could. In Janet King, A Place to Call Home, Pine Gap, and Fighting Season. And when she wasn't acting, she was working, waiting tables, working in a cafe, paying her dues the hard way. But here's what made Millie different. She didn't stop. She kept showing up. She kept auditioning. And in 2018, at 17 years old, she made a decision that most teenagers couldn't imagine. She dropped out of high school because she'd been cast in a major new Australian drama, and she wasn't going to miss that chance. The show was Upright, a Foxtel comedy drama following two misfits transporting a piano 2,000 miles across the Australian outback. Millie played Meg, a runaway teenager, sharp, complicated, and full of fire. Her co-star was Tim Minchin, and Millie held her own, completely. Her performance earned her a nomination at the ACTA Awards, Australia's equivalent of the Oscars, for Best Comedy Performer. She was one of the youngest nominees in history. Upright put her on the industry's radar. It proved she was a genuine actress with emotional depth and real talent. She returned for Upright's second season in 2022, but by then, the whole world already knew who she was. In 2022, HBO released House of the Dragon, the long-awaited prequel to Game of Thrones. And in the center of it all was a young actress from Sydney, Australia. Milly Alcock was cast as young Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, a fierce, ambitious royal who wants to be the first queen to sit on the Iron Throne. It was a role that demanded everything: emotional complexity, physical intensity, the ability to command every single scene. And Millie delivered on every level. Critics immediately singled her out. Reviewers called her the shining star of the series' opening episodes. Her performance was described as enchanting, able to convey a whole storm of emotions with a single look. Overnight, she became one of the most talked about new actresses in the world. She was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award. And fans were captivated, not just by her talent, but by her story. From a cafe to one of the biggest TV shows on the planet. But Millie wasn't done proving herself. After House of the Dragon, she went to London. In June 2023, she made her West End stage debut in The Crucible. This wasn't a vanity project. This was a serious challenge. And she delivered again. It was a statement. Milly Alcock isn't just a television star. She is a performer in the truest sense. And then came the call that would change her career forever. In January 2024, it was officially announced, Milly Alcock is Supergirl. She's Kara Zor-El in James Gunn's brand new DC universe. She first appeared in a cameo in Superman in 2025. And now, in June 2026, she stars in her own solo film, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, directed by Craig Gillespie. Think about what that means. From a quiet suburb in Sydney to playing one of the most iconic superheroes in history. She is only the 5th actress ever to portray Supergirl in live action, and the third to do so on film. The pressure is enormous. The expectations are sky high, and from everything we've seen so far, Millie is more than ready. So who is Milly Alcock when the cameras stop rolling? By all accounts, she's grounded, private. Someone who hasn't let the fame change who she is. She enjoys surfing, she loves to travel, she stays close to her roots. She keeps her personal life away from the spotlight. Relationships, friendships, she guards them carefully. It's hard not to respect that. And her social media? It's real, behind-the-scenes moments, candid photos. No carefully manufactured celebrity persona. Just Millie. Milly Alcock is 26 years old. She dropped out of high school, she waited tables, she worked in a cafe, she never gave up. And today, she is one of the most in-demand actresses on the planet, a dragon queen turned DC superhero. The story of Milly Alcock is a reminder that talent doesn't always start in the spotlight. Sometimes it starts in a school play. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss our next biography. Thank you for watching.